Hi there, we're going to be taking a look at Stak Bots, a new battling card game. So, take it out of the box, we're going to get rid of the instructions for now, we won't need those for a minute. There's also a few promotional cards in here with some extra little hints and instructions on, and we can get rid of those for now too. We're also going to take out the Leader Bot, the Begone Bot, and the Trank Bot. They're very fun cards, but a little tricky for now. We'll bring them back in later. We're going to shuffle up the deck, and then we're going to go through just a quick two-player game, how to play. So, I'm going to deal out a few cards here to each player. You can deal as many or as few as you want here. The longer you deal, the more you deal, the longer your game's going to be. And we also want to deal a hand for each player. The rest of the cards go here. This is the supply pile. And those are the cards that you both draw from in the game. Okay, we're going to play with an open hand here. And I'm also going to pretend to be the other person, just so we can talk this through slowly. Okay, so to look at a Stak Bot card to start with. This is Stak Bot. This is his power. This is the important number. This is how much damage it can deal, and it's also how much damage it can take before it's destroyed. He will always deal damage of 6, even if he's been damaged himself. This number is its rank. You can ignore this for now. We use that for building up balanced games later. So yeah, just ignore that. Some cards here you'll see have got a little arrow for entry effects. Cards with those, they take place immediately. We'll come to those soon. So to start the game, both players turn over their top cards. So this side's going first. So we've got a little 1 core bot here and a Reaper bot. Now the Reaper bot's got an entry effect that allows you to destroy any top card and scrap it. So even before the game starts off, this one here has been destroyed and put into the scrap pile. If ever a card's face down, it turns straight face over, and we have another entry effect, and this triggers immediately. This is 2 damage to a top card. So I'm going to target the Reaper bot. He's only got 1 power, so taking 2 damage destroys him. And we turn over a Fatal Bot. Fatal Bot has a special ability. Any card that it damages, it will destroy. So it can take out really big cards, but also get beaten by little ones. If there were 2 entry effects come up at the same time, the player whose turn it is will go first. So, it's now this player's go. We're going to draw a card at the start of your turn. Every turn you draw a card. And work out what's best to do here. There's 3 different things you can do on your turn. You can play a card from your hand, lay it so it's staggered so that you can see what the card is underneath. The powers don't add up or anything, you're only ever dealing with the top card, but it's very useful to be able to see what's coming up so you can plan your attacks. So you can play a card. If you wanted to, you could scrap a card. Say this card isn't any use, you can just get rid of it. Next card turns face up, a Pit Bot. Pit Bot lets you put a top card to the bottom of its stack. And I'm going to put the Pit Bot to the bottom. Wind. And that protects me from another special ability later called Bash. Another entry effect, 1 damage. I'm going to deal it to Fatal Bot. Trip Bot lets them move a card down, and they're going to do it to their own card to try and get a defense. This is too windy. So, as I was saying, this Trip Bot is going to make itself fall to see if it can get a better defense. Another entry effect, Reaper, destroys the scrap bot. So these chains can be quite long and quite ridiculous sometimes. And when you've got multiple players, these can shoot around the table, causing the whole game board to change around. So, we now come to the final action. So you've got playing cards onto your stack, you've got scrapping cards to get rid of them, and the third thing you can do is you can attack. Attacking, you can choose 1 attacking card a turn. It could be one that's there at the start of your turn, or you could put down more cards and use one of them. That card is the only one you can attack with on that turn. If it gets destroyed, you can't attack anymore in that turn. So I'm going to use this Bash Bot to attack with. Now this Bash Bot's special ability allows me to destroy the bottom card of a stack if I damage the top card. So I'm going to use it to attack here. Now when they fight, they both deal their damage at the same time. So the Bash Bot's going to take 1 damage from the Reaper Bot, and at the same time the Reaper Bot takes 3 damage from the Bash Bot and gets bashed. So the Reaper Bot is scrapped, and the bottom card is scrapped, regardless of what it is. So this bash bot now has 1 damage. If I was to stop my go now, it would heal and be back to a 3. But I'm going to keep attacking because they've got a 0 on the top there, so I'm going to bash again. Top card gets destroyed, bottom card destroyed and bashed as well. Okay, and they've got quite a strong defender there, so I'm going to do something else, stopping attacking. So the 3 actions of playing cards, scrapping cards and attacking you can do in any order and as many times as you want. So here I've set up my attack, done some damage. I'm now going to play an expel bot to make them discard a card, and I'm going to play a strong core bot to defend there. So I'm going to pass the go over to the other player, who is also me. They draw a card. So they've got the 3 actions again. They can play cards, scrap cards, attack a card. Now here, their 4 is weaker than the 6. They've also got some other cards that are weaker than the 6. Now they can't just end their turn. Every turn something has to end up in the scrap heap. One of your cards or one of your opponent's cards. It doesn't matter which, but something has to go in here. You can't just camp out and do nothing on your turn. So we could just scrap this 4, see what comes up and end the turn, but we're going to play a bountiful bot first, which lets you draw a card. It's a 6, pretty handy, so we place that and attack, and that takes out both of them. And then they're going to play down another card to defend with. Turn passes over this way, and you get the idea. Now this plays through until one player has destroyed all of the opponent's cards. Once they're all gone and destroyed, this player will win. And that's as simple as it is, rules-wise. I hope you enjoy playing. If you've got any questions, get in touch. Otherwise, enjoy.